Hey everybody, it's Rob from SonyRumors.net, and today we're going to be doing a video of the Sony Bloggie Touch versus the popular Flip UltraHD. So let's start things out by just looking at the specs. Alright, so by now you guys just saw the portion of the video where we go spec by spec and compare the Bloggie Touch to the Flip UltraHD. And as you're going to notice, I definitely gave a point to the Sony for the higher end resolution, even though some might not notice the difference, and some might say, hey, you know what, unless you have a bigger TV than 46 inches, you're not going to really notice the difference between 720p and 1080p. But indeed, the Sony does have a higher resolution, so I gave it the plus. On the flip end of that equation, I gave the Sony a minus, or a red mark, for its camera, or not camera, I should say, its microphone, which is only a mono mic, versus the Flip UltraHD, which I gave it the green for it having a stereo mic. Now, again, in theory, that sounds better. This does indeed have a stereo mic. Having said that, the real issue is that with units like this, they're so small, and where the microphone placement is, that there's actually no difference between audio, whether this guy had a stereo mic or a mono mic, or vice versa, whether this actually had a true stereo mic or just a mono microphone that it does have. A great example of that would be the iPhone 4. It actually only has a mono microphone on it, but if you guys have seen the video footage of it on YouTube and how it sounds great. But nonetheless, again, I gave the resolution to Sony, and in this case, I'm going to go ahead and give the audio to the Flip UltraHD. The following test that you guys are going to see is going to be a combination of interior shots, exterior shots, some during day and some during night, to kind of give you a better idea of what the camera can do in different ranges. Now you guys are going to notice there's going to be a lot of side-by-side video comparison, and just to kind of give you an idea of how I went about doing that is with the Bloggie Touch, in order for it to shoot widescreen, which is what the Flip does natively, you do need to rotate your camera. So I usually just held the Flip Ultra in the front, and then I put the Bloggie directly to the side of it so the lenses could be fairly matched up right there. And then I went ahead and hit record at the same time, did some editing so the video is consistent. But this is basically how I held both cameras so they could, as closely as I could, capture the same exact footage without recording something, stopping with one, going back and recording with the other one. I didn't know if that would give, the best honest side-by-side comparison. So that's how I went about doing it. So hopefully, again, you guys will take a look at some of the next footage. And the key things to really watch out for are some of the more details on items. There's going to be a scene with the birds and everything. I want you to look at the details on the birds themselves. And then a lot of times when it comes to comparison, don't necessarily just think what's brighter or darker is the best. And this is true whether you're looking at camera footage, whether you guys are looking at your next television to buy. But sometimes just kind of consider what seems most natural if you were there and kind of go from that. So again, take a look at this next segment, and hopefully you guys will get a real true feeling for what the Bloggie Touch has to offer in terms of video quality versus the Flip UltraHD. And now a quick word from our sponsor.
The adventure of a lifetime awaits you. Oceanic Airlines will take you places
you've only imagined in your wildest dreams. Oceanic Airlines,
your ultimate destination. For more info, go to flyoceanicair.com today.
Alright, so this is the segment where we like to answer your questions from Twitter, Facebook, email, whether you guys call us in, whatever it might be. And usually what I do is a week or two before I know that I'm going to make an upcoming video, I start asking on Twitter and on those areas if you guys have any questions about our upcoming video. And, you know, it gives you guys a chance to interact with us, and that's what we really like doing. So the first two questions are from Twitter, and LazyDog44 writes in and asks us, how much does the Bloggie Touch cost? Now, the Bloggie Touch comes in two variations, a 4GB for $179, which lets you record 2 hours, and 8GB version for $199, which lets you record 4 hours. Now, the nice part is, right now, those two units happen to be on sale, so the price is actually $159 and $179, and I'm guessing if you guys actually go on Amazon, you guys can probably find it for that price normally anyways. Camera Losty asked us again on Twitter, how long have you had the Flip for? I've had the Flip UltraHD for a little over a year now, so again, I know that camera fairly well, and I've had the Sony Bloggie Touch for about 3 weeks now, maybe a month, but I think 3 weeks. So again, I've gotten to know both cameras fairly well at this point. We have a Facebook question. what format do the cameras shoot in? And both cameras actually shoot in MP4, which is a very friendly format for whether you're on a Mac, whether you're on a PC, whether you want to plug it into your PS3 and view it. So again, it's one of the formats that I actually like, and it's not one of the more random, uncommon formats. And we have an email question from Jack. Is this the one that does 3D? He's referring to the Bloggie 3D that's going to be coming out next month. And no, this is not that camera. Although they look similar in some designs, you will actually note that the Bloggie 3D will actually have one lens and then one under it, again, in order to be able to capture stereoscopic 3D for you guys. So no, this is not the 3D one. I would love to get my hands on that, and maybe I will, maybe I won't, who knows. But as always, you guys, we love answering your questions. We love interacting with you guys. So whether you guys come to our website, whether you guys visit us on Twitter, Facebook, giving us a phone call, whatever it is, we love interacting with you guys. So if you guys have any questions, or if there's a specific segment that you would like us to do, let us know, and we will hound Sony for some devices, and hopefully we'll be able to do them for you guys.